have to ask the question.
All right. So, good morning, good evening, and good afternoon to all the city carriers across the country. Today is day 3 of being live in Los Angeles at the 2026 NALC National Convention. Day 3 is when we nominate candidates for the National Executive Council of the National Association of Medical Carriers. There were over 5,000 delegates from all across the country here. We're sitting down with a Region 3 business agent. You might think it's Mike Cariff, but it's not. His name is Ronny Morgan. Ronny, can you explain to the listeners why am I calling you a business agent?
I am now the new business agent-elect for Region 3. Through nominations, I went unopposed and was elected by acclamation. And I just want to say thank you to the members of Region 3. All of the support that I've got has been overwhelming, and my heart is full, and I'm just so grateful. Thank you, everybody who supported me, and thank you for your continued support. I can't wait to get to work.
And for the people that weren't here, can you explain who nominated you and why they nominated you?
I was nominated by my beautiful wife, Denise Morgan, and of course she nominated me because she believes in me. We've been on this journey together through my campaigning. She's been my campaign manager. She's been my social media handler. She's been everything. She is everything. And there was no one better than Denise to nominate me. Denise Morgan, thank you. I love you. And we're going to do this, baby.
Cool. So now, what every listener and watcher is thinking, if you're the new business agent, that means Mike Cariff accepted nominations to be a candidate for president of the NALC. So, everyone's thinking, what would happen to Mike Cariff if he loses? What is your thoughts on that?
Mike's been a tremendous asset so far, the time that he's been active in this union. I don't expect that's going to be anything different. He's a carrier at heart, like we all are. Carrying mail is something that he already does, and I'm sure that he'll do that. And among other things, I especially would like to see him working with me in the region and doing arbitration, trainings, whatever he wants to do. There's no way that Mike's going to be kept from representing and being a part of this union. It's in his blood, so it's whatever Mike wants to do. I see him winning the presidency. He's who I'm supporting, and it's just a matter of finishing out this race, turning in our ballots, and making sure we make the right decisions.
Cool. So everyone that's listening in Region 3, don't stress. You're still in good shape, good hands, and probably become a lot stronger. Mac Julian was just sitting off screen, smoking his cigar, being very swag. Didn't recognize him. But like he said, Region 3 is very strong. They develop great leaders, as we see. And that's one of the main things that we need to talk about. And about a month.
Are we live?
Yeah, we're live.
All right. What are we doing?
We're interviewing the business agent.
New NBA.
I like this guy.
I like him too.
There we go.
Yeah.
You want to say something?
I like this.
Region 3. Yep. Yeah.
Hey, what region? Come in the
Come on,
camera. What region are you in?
13.
13.
All right. What branch and what's your name?
Oh, yeah. Multiple choice. Okay.
It's been a long night, guys.
Voice question here.
It is midnight here in LA.
It's nothing like making a total
Ass.
ass. Yeah. But I did like your
The nominations?
nomination, a whole lot of lovely stuff. How about you?
His wife nominated him because it's his anniversary.
Yeah.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
Hey, love is in the
She knows
air.
I'm here.
So
I have to tell my wife this when I get home.
So we were just talking about how from going forward, when we go home, the most important thing is to educate our 200,000 active city carriers that in the next couple of weeks, following month, they'll start receiving ballots in the mail And as we all know, the United States Postal Service is not like it was in the 1990s. It used to take 3 to 5 days to ship a letter across the country. Now it takes 3 to 5 weeks and sometimes months. So if you're a city carrier, if you get your ballot in the mail, that night, fill it out, and the next day bring it to your office and vote. You got to get in the mix in 2026 because we need to rebuild our union. Brian Renfro was not running for presidency. Officially, that era has ended. We need to come together, revive our union, and actually start fighting back against management.
That's right.
Because it's management that is giving us these poverty wages. I was Step E letter carrier down in Naples, Florida, Region 9. There was no reason and no excuse for me to be driving an FFV in Florida in the summertime. So if you're listening, please get engaged. Today, as we see with this, what's your name?
Ollie Allen.
As we see with
Ollie
this,
Allen, yeah.
so as we see with this guy, a lot of people are out celebrating because we had the concerned letter carriers all get nominated. We had Nicole Ryan slate get nominated. We had Mike Cariff get nominated. We had the stand-up slate that is running for the AFL-CIO. Delegate positions get nominated. So there's a lot to celebrate because the energy in this convention is unheard of. Ronnie, can you talk about this? How many conventions have you been to, and is this energy unlike any other convention?
Yeah, this is my 4th convention. My first one was in Philly. I missed LA with the next go around. I'm glad I'm here in this one. I've never seen the kind of energy we've had in this convention. So many amendments. It spilled into a second day, and it's just been an amazing democratic process. Everybody is engaged. The body is voting. The body is making decisions. It's fantastic. I think it's awesome that we're live streaming, so those that are at home can watch some of this. But yeah, you got to make sure that you get your addresses right. Wherever you get your postal record is where your ballot's going to come. So you got to pay attention, make sure that you get that ballot and get it back right away, like John said.
All right, before we start wrapping up, do you have any feedback from this convention so far for your listeners in your state and across the country that have not been part of this, that are like the CCAs, the PTFs, or the people that just can't afford to come because they can't afford it or they can't have the family accommodations? What would you like to say to them about this convention?
Well, it's been a learning experience for everyone here. There has been a lot of people that have not looked at every candidate. You have to look at them because they have a few things to hide. But you have to look and say, hey, I agree with you, or you, and I want to do the very best that I can. And try to pick the one that has the most potential. There's a lot of people that didn't run, they shouldn't. And it's crazy, the fact that there's a lot of things that are not understood by a lot of the people that are here. That there's a lot of good people in this team.
Yeah. One of the things we were talking about today is going forward on day 1 of the NALC conventions, that Monday morning class, there should be a automatic Robert's Rules of Order class. I talked to Nicole Rye about this yesterday, because you go to the convention and so much time is wasted because the delegates don't understand the Robert's Rules of Order, which I have my own arguments why we should probably get rid of that, but we're stuck with it right now. And if we're stuck with a structure like this, we should have a class Monday morning before the convention hall to educate everyone. This is my 2nd convention. I was hired in 2021. It is 2026. So, going forward, hopefully everyone in 2 years shows up in Minneapolis and we see double the numbers. Because I think what we passed today is We made it more structured for open bargaining, transparency, and more democratic. And for the folks that don't understand, Brian Renfro, no, don't, is good. For the folks that don't understand, Brian Renfro stepped aside. Now we have Mike Harriff, James Henry, Nicole Rye, and Lou Drass. The slate is completely clean. Nicole Rye clearly has the upper hand, but is not as strong as Brian Renfro would have. So now we are based on actual democratic process and based on facts. We're not passing the torch to the next person like we've previously done. So, Ronnie, what do we have to do in 2026?
2026,
Get in the mix.
you got to show up. You got to get in. You got to make sure that you do your homework. We've got decisions to make. We've got a lot of great candidates out there. You're going to look up and down this ballot. You're going to see names you recognize. You're going to see names you don't. Do your homework. Be informed. Ask questions, and make sure you get your ballot in.
Cool. Thank you everyone for listening. This is the Next Generation Carriers podcast. Listen to us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube, and Facebook, or wherever else you get your podcasts. To close this out, I'm going to pass it off to co-host Chris Sampieri. I think he has a few questions and comments.
Just one question. I asked this to Lou Drass, but what is one promise that you would make to everyone listening? Like, what's one promise that you'll say, I'm going to do this, I promise I'll do this. What's that one promise you could make to the members of Branch 3, Region 3?
The promise I can make is to listen. I'm not taking this position to dictate and to pretend I have all the answers and the ideas. I come from a region with a lot of strong union representatives, a lot of strong union people, and there are so many talented people that have fantastic ideas, and I want to harness that. So I want to listen. I want to just go on a listening tour and find out what the needs are of the members in Region 3 and make sure I deliver on that. So it's however you want to direct me in my duties, and then I'll be your voice to the Executive Council. So we're going to communicate, we're going to keep it open, and that's my promise.
And my last question too. Do you feel that you will be a continuation of what Mike's been doing, or do you feel like there's maybe a few things you might try to do differently from Mike?
Yeah, well, Mike's been great for our region. We're one of the most trainingest regions. I would expect in all of the 15 regions. I expect to continue to do that. There's already an aggressive training agenda that's been prepared for 2027. I want to jump right in on that. And some of the things I do different, I like technology, so I want to introduce that more in what we do. I want to make sure that things are engaging and hands-on. I want real-world opportunities for people to learn from, so that it's not just coming from the pages of a book or from a lecture, but actual doing, so that it's not foreign when you start really applying it.
And I'm just saying, I'm from Massachusetts. You can get from one end of the state to the other in about 3 hours. Illinois, a little bit bigger. For some of the maybe city routes in southern Illinois, right? You talked about technology. Would you want to use Zoom maybe a little bit to help people who are very far away from the big city, or what? Or do you want to send trainers down there? I mean, Zoom is just easy and cheap. But what are you thinking?
Yeah, there's a place for Zoom still, and there's no substitute though for in person. And we have the ability. I mean, this union is flush with cash, and so we've got plenty of people that we can get on the dime of the NALC to get out here into these offices all across the state and bring the training directly to you. And I think that's something that we have to make sure that we do. It's something that Mike already does. So there's already places in Springfield, places in Moline that we do training, so we're going to continue to do those things. But yeah, there's going to be a little bit of a mix. There's going to be Zoom, there's going to be the in-person. I want to do their simulators, those kinds of things that I've been thinking about, and I'll use the technology that I'm already familiar with and some that I'm still learning about to bring that stuff into play.
All right, awesome. And I just want to say too, for an episode we were doing a live stream, I think with you, you were teaching John and I about some features on Zoom that we didn't know about. So you have actually taught us. So I'm telling, this is about you. This guy knows what he's talking about. So Region 3, you're looking good. He taught us, and we're not even on Region 14, so that's okay. So Ronnie, thank you for your time. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right, awesome. All right, so that's it. We're wrapping up. See you next time.